Alright, ladies and gents, we got a new flowboarding competition up on the channel for you. This one at the Grove Resort in Orlando. Our first rider, Sarah, is already at work on the wave, throwing down what looked like to be a 180 ollie, and then coming down into the flats to throw a shove. Coming back down into the flats to throw a shove. It's not easy throwing tricks down there. You see her almost come off balance. She does a very good job not touching the wave. Had she touched the wave here, you would have seen the judges reduce her point total because she performed a hand check. Now she throws an ollie at the top of the wave using both sides of the wave up and down as well, demonstrating that she's comfortable with the wave. She throws a 3-shove and falls. Almost got both feet back on the board, but unfortunately that wave just overpowered her and took the board away from her up and over the wave. She's not even going to attempt to get back on the wave. It looks like she was out of time anyhow. Lexi waiting to get on the wave now, our second rider, while the judges total up Sarah's run. Lexi gets onto the wave. You see her looking very comfortable here, throwing an ollie at the top of the wave, coming down into the flats, back up towards the middle, where she throws a 180 ollie. Now it looks like she's setting up a nice 3-shove there. And now throwing something different here for us to look at, a Fakie Big Spin with another 3-shove in the middle of the wave. And now this time it was a Fakie Big Spin, but instead of a 180 shove at the end, she goes for the full 3-shove. Very nicely done. So you see Sarah throwing in some tricks in the flats, and then Lexi differentiating herself with a nice pair of Fakie Big Spins there. A nice 180 ollie. She has no falls and no faults, so the judges have to compare that to Sarah's first run where she did fall. And you can imagine that if I had to imagine her Lexi's first run would probably have a higher point total than Sarah's first run. Monica gets on the wave, our third rider, with a nice ollie across the wave, wasting no time doing a shove it in the flats. Now she goes in for a 180 ollie at the top of the wave, and she also throws in a Fakie Big Spin to match Lexi's run. Now going in for an actual big spin, the only rider so far to throw in a big spin. You see her doing that shove in the middle of the spin. That's what defines a big spin and separates it from a Fakie Big Spin. Going down into the middle of the wave with a 180 shove, a 3-shove, and then a frontside shove here. Very nicely done. You see the board doing a counter rotation there. 180 ollie, checks out the clock, decides it's time to end her shift, and she comes off the wave with a very solid first run. Sarah now is going to be under a little bit of pressure here. Her first run had not only a hand check but a fall, so no doubt she's sitting in third place at this time, and she's under the pressure of not only putting on a strong run, but also making sure that she's able to match the tricks that were thrown at her by her competitors before her. She's gonna have to at least throw in a Fakie Big Spin or a big spin or something. She throws in a ollie to start off the run. Now this time a 180 ollie. So far, she's keeping it a bit conservative. Going in for a 180 in the flats. That's going to help differentiate her run a bit. Nice Fakie Big Spin here. Very nicely well done. Let's see if that was a 180 or a 3-shove. Looks like it was a Fakie Big Spin with a 180 shove at the top, but she did add an extra rotation there at the tail end. Kind of give the trick a little bit of uniqueness. Heading down into the flats, she throws down a 3-shove and then goes up top at the top of the wave with a nice ollie there, and she checks out the clock and she's done for her day. So that's going to be the run that they keep there. Each rider is getting 2 runs, and they are timed runs, and they are going to get rid of the worst run and only keep their best. So Lexi has a lot of flexibility here. If she wants to, she can throw down another, I guess, somewhat conservative solid run, or she can really throw in some big tricks here. Now, she does go in for a risky trick here, but you see her get the hand check there. So that's going to affect what the judges see. And at this point, though, it's still a solid run with no falls. Just a minor hand check, if you will. A nice 3-shove in the middle of the wave. I haven't seen her throw anything in the flats just yet, but it looks like she's setting up a kickflip. And unfortunately, she isn't able to stick that kickflip. You see her heels just a little too much on the rail, and then that forces the board off to the side. Now, at this point, her first run was so solid that she could jump back on that wave and try to salvage it, but she's going to go ahead and kind of wave the rest of that run off. Judges, no doubt, taking a look at everything. The fact that she even threw in a kickflip was impressive. I think that was the first kickflip that we've seen so far. Now a 3-shove by Monica. It's going to be interesting. She's in the same boat. Another 3-shove. She can really throw down some crazy tricks here. One Fakie Big Spin. Or she can just throw down another solid run. So she goes in for a big spin here. Unfortunately, her heels land too far on the rail end of that. And this wave is showing no mercy. It grabbed that rail of that board very quickly and tossed it over. Lexi decides that, hey, I guess she's going to try and salvage this run. Or maybe she's just setting up for the best trick contest and she just wants to get a little extra practice in here. Looks like she's setting up a kickflip as well. You can see the positioning of her feet. And she does go in for that kickflip. Unfortunately, she does not connect there, but hey, that was a good opportunity to practice it. That extra opportunity could come in handy when it comes time for this part of the competition, which is the best trick section. So they each had 2 runs to do their best timed runs. They disregarded their worst run and they kept their best run. So no doubt those judges right now are crossing out their worst run and then tallying the points for their best run. That is going to get added to whatever they do right here, right now with their best trick. They're going to get 2 opportunities to do a best trick, and the worst of those opportunities is going to get disregarded. So it's in the rider's best interest to at least get 1 good best trick. You see some riders get on there and throw down a really hard trick, fall both times, and that forces the judges to be in a position to where they have nothing to look at except for 1 good timed run. So Sarah is going to either throw down a crazy trick that's particularly difficult or a conservative trick that's probably moderately difficult. So looks like it might be a 3-shove in the flats, and it is a 3-shove in the flats. Very nicely done. She sticks the landing. I don't believe I saw Lexi do a 3-shove in the flats. I remember Monica throwing down a 180 shove in the flats, but regardless, the 3-shove in the flats is definitely going to be a unique characteristic for Sarah's run. Lexi on the wave looking for her best trick. Making sure those judges are watching, which they are. When she lands that 3-shove, you see her foot. I couldn't tell if it just slightly came off, and then she corrected it very quickly. At most a minor fault there. Monica gets up for her best trick, and she plays it conservative with a 3-shove. Unfortunately, I did not get their second best trick, but this is the placement of the competition. First place, Monica. Second place, Sarah. Third place, Lexi. I hope you enjoyed the competition. Thanks for watching.